Okay, thank you so much for joining me here at the live desk. I am Janae Hancock. Right now, we are actively waiting to learn more information at the crime scene you see here on your screen. I do want to turn straight to our website, kctv5.com, as we are still tracking breaking news just into the newsroom. Two people are suffering from potentially life-threatening injuries right now following a stabbing and shooting in KCK that happened this afternoon. Now, the exact time, we're still not sure. We are waiting to get that information from police, but I can tell you that police say the stabbing took place in the Argentine neighborhood, and when they arrived at 37th Street and Strong Avenue, an officer was involved in gunfire. As of right now, we don't know if that officer is injured, but police just told us a shooting suspect was wounded along with the stabbing victim. Both were taken to the hospital with potentially life-threatening injuries. And again, you can find all of this information on our website, kctv5.com. And like I mentioned, we have a crew that is at the scene right now speaking to investigators and KCK police. So we will be sure to update you and this story as more information comes in regarding this shooting, but that is the latest information that we know so far. Two people are suffering from potentially life-threatening injuries after a stabbing and shooting in KCK, and it was an officer-involved shooting. So we do hope to get more details very soon. Right now, I do want to take a look at another story that we just received into the KCTV5 newsroom. If we take a look at Twitter, this tweet coming from Mayor Quentin Lucas, he says that the City Revenue Division has now revoked the license of the business operating as an illegal nightclub at the center of last month's mass shooting where 3 people died. Mayor Quentin Lucas goes on to say that every division of Kansas City government takes the safety of our residents and visitors very seriously. I do want to take a look at this file video that we have here in our newsroom. Mayor Lucas, if you remember, he requested business licenses and of unlicensed clubs to be revoked and closed following that mass shooting that took place on June 25th. Again, like he mentioned, that left 3 people dead and 9 others injured. The unlicensed clubs are located at 5644 Prospect Avenue and 5646 Prospect Avenue. The mayor's office actually said that KCPD has responded to more than 3 dozen calls for service relating to the unlicensed club over the past year. Most of the calls were between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m. So again, that is the latest information. And if we take a look at our website, kctv5.com, I know we just posted that story as well. So if you want to read more on that story and what led up to this major breaking news development, you can also head to our website to read more. And of course, we will update it as new updates come in. As of right now, those are the top 2 stories that we are following ahead of our 4 p.m. newscast. And other newscasts, I should mention. So be sure to have ways of getting those instant notifications. But I think right now I really want to focus on the story that we started with, that we are now getting new developments for, new information coming in. We do have a crew at the scene right now, and they are speaking to police, hoping to bring you all more details within the next few minutes, if not the next hour. But as always, you can tune in to our 4 p.m. newscast, and you can also download the KCTV5 News app for instant notifications to your smartphone. But again, taking a look at this major headline right now, 2 people are suffering from potentially life-threatening injuries, and this did happen in KCK. Taking a look at that address here, it is in the area of 37th Street and Strong Avenue. And again, it was an officer-involved shooting. Thank you so much for joining me here at the live desk. I'll be sure to hop back on with the latest developments as they come in. So again, we are just going to stay on this, taking a look at our website right now. We are working to get that live shot from the scene. So if you just hang in there with us for a little bit longer, we'll bring you more details here in a bit. But I am not going to end this live stream as we are, like I mentioned, actively working to get more details on this shooting that injured 2 people in KCK. So again, we are going to take a live look at our website right now, kctv5.com, and we hope to bring you more developments in the next few minutes. Okay, thank you so much for sticking around with us. Like you saw there on our website, kctv5.com, we are following a stabbing and shooting in KCK. Right now, we are joined by KCTV5's Betsy Webster. She is live at the scene right now. Betsy, what are you seeing out there, and have you been able to speak to KCK officials? What are they telling you?
Yeah, I spoke with, I believe, the deputy chief for the KCK PD, and what we have here are two stabbings, one of them a homicide, and then a shooting of the man believed to be the stabbing suspect by the Kansas City Police, Kansas Police, by two officers there. We're at 37th and Strong, and I want to show you what you can see behind me. You see this yellow tape? This is the exterior of where this police shooting happened. There at the red tape, that's sort of the interior area. That's closer to where it happened. Now, Alex, if you can kind of push in a little bit over there by the sidewalk, you can see some yellow evidence markers. Typically, those mark shell casings. There were two officers here, and police say that both of them fired, that the man who was hit is in the hospital in serious to critical condition. It's really kind of touch and go, and he's currently in surgery. Now, going to come back to me on camera because I want to, you can't see where this all started, but this started about a quarter-mile away and about 5 to 7 minutes before this police shooting. There was a woman at, and I've got Officer Tomasic here, 34th and Metropolitan. Okay, 34th and Metropolitan, about a quarter-mile away. Several people called 911, said that this woman was being stabbed by a man. She was coming home, walking home from working at a food pantry at a church near that area. Police responded. She was able to give a description of the man who'd stabbed her, said she did not know him, that this was totally random. So about, like I said, 7, 8 minutes, I think 8 minutes later, they come over here and they find this man. He still has the knife, they said, and they tell him to drop the knife. He does not, and he starts to come closer and closer to him, at which point they fired, both of them fired their guns. Now, not long after this happened, and here's where we're finding out about the other crime. This building behind me here, this brick building, this is a senior living apartment complex. While police were here, not long after they shot the man, some people came out of the apartment complex, said that property managers were checking in one of the apartments in the back that you can't see, and when they got there inside the apartment, they found an elderly man who had been stabbed and killed. They're not sure how long ago that happened. They believe it was before the woman was stabbed and say it was round ball estimate sometime within the last 8 hours. Now, this is a closed apartment, so no one would have noticed. They never received any 911 calls about that stabbing, but you can see there is another section of red tape, so this happened back there. They believe that the stabbing suspect, the suspect who they believe stabbed the woman, is related by what am I trying to say, a relative, like a brother or a cousin or somebody like that of the man who was stabbed inside the apartment. So as you can see, they're dealing with a homicide that they found out about later, a non-fatal stabbing that they responded to, which then led them to this man whom they shot. So a lot on their plate. The police shooting portion will be investigated by the Wyandotte County Sheriff's Office as an outside agency. KCK PD will be involved as well because this is all interconnected with these two stabbings that were not police-involved crimes. Reporting live at, I'm sorry, you guys, I just got here, so I'm a little bit disconnected here, 37th and Strong in KCK. Back to you.
No, Betsy, and we truly appreciate it. I'm going to let you get back to the crime scene so you can learn more details, and I know you'll be staying out there ahead of our 4 p.m. newscast and during. So thank you so much for that report. Again, as always, you can head to our website, kctv5.com. All of the information that Betsy just gave us, we will be sure to update this story and update you all. So make sure you download the KCTV5 News app as well, and also tune in to our 4 p.m. newscast and later newscasts as well. But again, this is the latest information that we have so far. I am going to refresh that page and it will be updated. All of this information will be updated within the next few minutes. We are going to hang out a little bit here on this live stream just in case we do have new information that comes in. But again, if you can just show us the crime scene, and we will just leave with this. As you can see, it is still a very active scene in KCK right now. Police officers are still investigating that stabbing and shooting in the KCK area. And again, I just want to give you that address arrest that happened at 37th Street and Strong Avenue. And there was a stabbing as well as a shooting. And I know as Betsy took a look at the street there, we were able to see shoes on the ground, and we were also able to see clothing, I believe. So a scary and unfortunate situation. And like I mentioned, you still see investigators and detectives on the scene really going into this shooting and stabbing, trying to find out the latest details. And as they learn more, they'll update us, and we'll be sure to update you all. I'm going to leave you all with this live shot at the active scene in KCK right now.